was thrilled. I mean, I think we just started to get going last year, and it was such a short season, and I think we really just were finding our voice and finding these characters and finding the look, and we were growing so rapidly, just character-wise, and then it just made us feel very good to know that now we have a chance to make the show that we hope to make. Well, Mary Tyler Moore has graced us by saying yes to being my mom, and it's really an interesting thing because she's always represented sort of the working woman, and she was the sort of the icon of that generation where women were in the workplace and they were able to be in that, and she was sort of represented she was one of the first really to give us that picture of the working woman. And so she's coming in, and as a mother, she disagrees strongly with my dilemma, with the dilemma that I have where I say, do I want to look back 20 years from now and regret that I wasn't there for my daughter when my daughter needed me, or where are the costs? And she has a very different sensibility with regards to that, and it's a huge clash with us. Well, we had to get over the fact that it was Mary Tyler Moore. Like, I had to even get her off that pedestal to a certain extent and be like, okay, she's just playing my mom, and luckily they did a lot of her coverage first, so I had time to kind of desensitize. But there were more people on the set than are normally there, just sort of dropping by, and then I was trying to tell people, don't do the thing that everybody does. I'm sure everybody says like, oh, I'm sure she's so sick of it. So everybody, I was like, be on your best behavior. So once that happened, it was just so great to see this woman who was there from the beginning with these shows. It's called Welcome to Your World, Baby, and it's a children's book for HarperCollins, and they asked me to write about my daughters, basically. It's about a little girl a little baby sister is being born and coming home, and it's the anticipation of that and her excitement of what she's going to do with the little baby and how she's going to play with her and what she wants her room to look like, and it's sort of anticipatory in a very positive way rather than being afraid that she's going to lose her standing in the household. And we sort of engaged our daughter when the baby was when we were going to have our second baby, and these are basically all things that Rowan, our oldest, has said. She wrote the book. I just take credit for it. She just said to me, she literally walked in when the baby was brought home from the hospital, and she made this grand gesture, and she presented the room, and she said, well, welcome to your world, baby. She's got this really kind of strange little old lady character, and she said, okay, this is what we're going to do. And she talked to her like she was, her little friend, and she wanted her room to be a certain color, and she picked out her clothes, and she wants to bathe her, and, she says things, she says, okay, I like pink. This is where we're going to play dress up, and I'm going to be the princess, and you can be this, and she's decided what her whole life is going to be in this book. It's very sweet.